What's good, everybody? This your boy EJ the DJ, and today I am fired up for this video because personally I feel like this is some double standard stuff going on with this situation. I mean, I really didn't expect for this story to be as big as it is, being that the Braves are on a 4-game winning streak right now. But I've got to tap in with this situation that's going on with the Atlanta Braves with Ronald Acuna Jr., Brian Snitker, and Jarred Kelenic. Now, if you don't know the situation, the other night, Jarred Kelenic hit a ball off the wall, which he thought it was a home run. He stood there and posed a little bit, and then he realized the ball was hitting off the wall. He starts to hustle, and then he gets thrown out at second base. Now, why is this a problem? Because Ronald Acuna Jr. tweeted that if it were me, I would have been taken out. That's what Ronald Acuna Jr. said. He said, if it were me, I would have been taken out the game. And guess what? Ronald Acuna Jr., in my opinion, has an excellent argument and an excellent point. But when it comes down to Brian Snitker, when the media asked Brian Snitker after the game about the Jarred Kelenic at bat, they asked him, did he say anything to Jarred Kelenic? And he said, was I supposed to? I watched the... excuse me. When Ronald Acuna Jr. did this a few years ago, you said no one is bigger than the name on front of the jersey. You got to put personal goals aside. Everybody has to be held to a certain standard. You got to be held accountable for the rest of the team. So where was the rest of the accountability of the team when Jarred Kelenic did it? Where's that accountability? Oh, was I supposed to say anything? Yes, you were supposed to say something. Now, granted that Jarred Kelenic went into Brian Snitker's office, so they said, and he apologized to Brian Snitker, but where is this? It seems a little double standard to me. Now, people are arguing that, Ronald Acuna Jr., he did this multiple times. Well, hello, this is Jarred Kelenic's second year on this team. He obviously knows the standard of the team. Obviously, this is what the Braves preach to their players. But you didn't hold him accountable for what he did. And which is so crazy, when I went to go back and look at when Ronald Acuna Jr. didn't hustle and got taken out of the game, he didn't get thrown out. Jarred Kelenic got thrown out. But yet, Ronald Acuna Jr. had got taken out the game. And now I was listening to a clip from 680 The Fan, where you had a former Brave, Jeff Francoeur, on there talking about Ronald Acuna Jr., talking about this situation. And he said that the Braves don't need Ronald Acuna Jr. He said the Braves won a World Series. They've been to the playoffs without Ronald Acuna Jr. They don't necessarily need Ronald Acuna Jr. to win. Because he said that he heard that Hank Aaron and Bobby Cox say that no one is bigger than that A. But Jeff Francoeur. So you just let's just be honest here. Ronald Acuna Jr. can arguably be one of the most talented players to ever put on a Braves uniform. But I understand that no one is bigger than the program, but he's on a team-friendly deal. But the Braves don't need Ronald Acuna Jr.? That's crazy. I'm telling y'all, if the Braves run Ronald Acuna Jr. out this city, I've been a Braves fan since I was a kid. But I'm just looking at the double standardness that's going on, and that's been going on since Ronald Acuna Jr. has been on the team. And he's been pretty much, abiding by what the team standards have been. I mean, let's take it back to when he first got into the big leagues. And with the situation with Freddie Freeman, where they wiped the eye black off of Ronald Acuna Jr.'s face. And what Freddie Freeman said that it's an Atlanta Braves standard. This is my first time I've ever heard these standards, because of course I'm not in the organization, but it was the first time that I've seen that the Braves have some type of etiquette to where you're not supposed to mess with their uniforms, and this is the standard of the team. And I went back and looked at what he said. He said you can't cover up the A. Your hair can't be a certain length. Those are you can't have eye black on a certain way. And if you know Ronald Acuna Jr., you know that's what his swag was. Because if you can remember, Ronald Acuna Jr. started growing dreadlocks. He started growing dreadlocks. And you know what he did? He cut them. he ended up cutting off his locks. And now he has, a simple cut. He was rocking a simple cut, a little nappy fro. But he cut off his locks. I never knew that your hair had to be a certain way to play on the Braves. It had to be at a certain length to play on the Braves. That was news to me. But it seemed like Ronald Acuna Jr. didn't make a big point about that. He did what he had to do. He ended up cutting off his locks. He wore his eye black different. But I'm getting off track. I'm going to bring in another incident where another player on the team got taken out the game for hitting a baseball when they thought they hit a home run, standing there posing, looking at it. And they got taken out the game. And that's Marcell Ozuna. Marcell Ozuna did that once. And Brian Snitker took him out the game. Just look at the picture that's painting. Isn't that double standard here? You look at the track. Come on now. Is it double standard or not? I don't care if it's Jarred Kelenic's first time. But this is the standard that you preach for this team. So if you're going to hold everybody accountable for what you preach in the locker room, at the end of the day, Jarred Kelenic should have been pulled. If that's your standard, at the end of the day, everybody, like you said in 2018, you have to be responsible for the rest of the team. Everybody has to be held to the same standard. Kelenic should have been out the game. Now, did Ronald Acuna Jr. have to tweet that? No, he didn't. He could have been quiet. He could have just let it ride. Which, that's what a lot of people wanted Ronald Acuna Jr. to do. They just wanted him to don't say anything. He should have just privately said something to Brian Snitker. Well, Brian Snitker didn't privately say these things when he told Ronald Acuna Jr. out the game. So why does Ronald have to be silent? Or why should he have to do it in privately? It wasn't private when it came to him. It's like, it's double standardness, in my opinion. But y'all let me know how you feel about this situation with the Braves, Jarred Kelenic, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Brian Snitker. But this situation has to be nipped in the bud, and it didn't make it any better that you got Jeff Francoeur saying that the Braves don't need Ronald Acuna Jr. to win. Telling y'all, man, I'm telling y'all, man, if y'all run Ronald Acuna Jr. out this town, I have his jersey on right now. He's arguably one of the most talented baseball players. I'm not saying that Ronald Acuna Jr. is bigger than the program. All I'm saying is, if that's your standard and you preach this standard, everybody needs to be held to the same accountability. Everybody needs to be held to the same consequences. If you don't hustle, then you're getting pulled. Don't say, "Oh, well, was I supposed to talk to Kelenic when?" Yes, that's your standard. That's what you're preaching. That's all I'm saying here. So let me know in the comments. How do you feel about this situation with the Atlanta Braves and Ronald Acuna Jr. and Jared Kelenic and Brian Snitker? All right, it's your boy EJ the DJ. I'm out.